hello. How's everybody doing? I'm on my way home from Franklin, Indiana. I was at the Hoosier Hills or Hoosier some fiber festival. Now I can't remember what it was called. Anyway, because I can't remember nothing. Fiber festival here there in Franklin. Excuse me. Oh, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper because I'm on my way home. Oh, and I need a caffeine boost. I was going to get me some water, but no. Swung in here at Bloomington and got a Burger King soda pop. Really not a good thing for me to drink, but oh well. So anyway, I'm on my way back from the Fiber Festival. It was a very good day. I had a really good day. I saw a lot of things. Today was my first time ever going to a Fiber Festival, and I had a really great time. It was so much fun. I met up with my friend Sarah. Well, she was just a subscriber to my channel, but now we're friends. But she's still a subscriber to my channel. Hi, Sarah. And she got me some cute gifts. She didn't have to buy me any gifts or get me anything, but she did, and I appreciate it. We had a great time. We laughed so hard at some goofy ass stuff, let me tell you. But anyway, I got a lot of stuff, and I want to show everybody. So I'll have a show and tell later. And fingers crossed, there'll be an addition to my channel, not of human use, but of item thing. Let's hope. I'm hoping so, because I really, really want to do this. I really, really want to do this. And I will be heartbroken if I cannot figure it out. You have no idea. I have been wanting to do this for so long. And I've tried and tried. And I finally got the one item that I've been wanting most of the time, because I thought, it can't be that difficult to do this. So many people do this. And I'm talking about spinning yarn, spinning wool. It cannot be difficult, right? I mean, people talk about how soothing it is and how relaxing it is and all this other stuff. It's like, it can't be that difficult, because if it was, then it wouldn't be soothing and relaxing, right? But I guess people say that about crocheting and knitting too. I think knitting is ridiculously hard. But my friend Sarah, she crochets and knits. She says knitting is so much, she loves knitting. And she showed me some of the things that she makes, and oh my gosh, I just want to make something beautiful like that too. I mean, unfortunately though, for me to make something to fit me, I'd need a tarp. It would look like a tarp. But anyway, I would have to lose so much weight. But oh well. So anyway, sorry, I'm itchy. But I'm so tired though. I hardly got any sleep last night, because I wanted so badly to finish this crochet top I was making. But it's a good thing it's a good thing I didn't finish it, because then I would be even more upset, because the pattern that I got, it was a free pattern, but I didn't want to sit there and keep scrolling through and having pop-ups and ads and pop-up and ads, so I went and paid the $3.85, and I bought the pattern so I could print it out. And now I'm irritated because the pattern is so terrible. I mean, I'm not even going to tell you what the pattern is. I mean, it's probably okay for somebody that's got a feminine body, but I'm shaped like a dude. I don't have a figure. I have no waistline. I'm straight up and down, and I'm broad. I'm built like a linebacker. So it's like, it is not, this thing is made for what they call the woman's cut or fit, and I do not have that. I don't know what that means. I've never had that ever in my life. I mean, I've always, like, if I'm wearing, I've never worn a size small or a medium. I've always wore large, extra large, and 2X. That's all I've ever known most of my life. Even when I was stick skinny, it was mediums. I was never smalls. So mediums and larges. Because I have broad shoulders and no waistline. And, you know, I'm just not. I'm just not built that way, I guess. But anyway, I guess I could drive the speed limit. Everybody's going around me. But the speed limit is 70, but all right there, guys. I'm going 76. We'll go with the flow. And they're still passing me, so whatever. But anyway, I think it was Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival or something like that. But anyway, I met some amazing people, and I met somebody from Garrett, Indiana. His name is Jamie, and he had a booth there. And I'll talk about all that when I show you all the stuff, but that I got. But I was gifted a gift of a spinning wheel from my friend Sylvia, and I'll never be able to explain to her how much that means to me. But anyway, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But I've wanted to spin so long. I had drop spindles. Oh my gosh, they're terrible. I hate them. I hate them with every fiber in my being. I hate them. I do not have the coordination to spin with a drop spindle. Just don't. Lawn darts, that's what they're worth for me. But anyway, and I've wanted a spinning wheel so long. And there was a couple of times when Randy and I, we were in a position where we could buy one. And we were looking and looking and looking. We finally found one that was brand new, you know, and it was on sale. And it was under the normal price. Well, on sale, it's under the normal price. And so we were going to get it. And then some stuff happened and I wasn't able to get it. And then by the time we were around to be able to get it again, it was on sale. We couldn't afford it anymore. And then I decided that I wasn't gonna, then I said, well, I can get this other kind of wheel. So we waited until we can afford the other kind of wheel that I was looking at, which was not the original one that I wanted. I wanted it. Oh man. See, right now I'm so tired and I'm so just that my brain's not allowing me to say words that I'm wanting to say. So all this, they will come. I'll tell you stuff more whenever I'm doing my reveal of what I purchased today. But anyway, but then whenever I went to go get the wheel, the second wheel I chose because I settled for something different. We looked at some of the reviews and they were just not good. Not good. I don't know what happened from whenever I looked at it before. It didn't look like it was a terrible wheel. But I guess over the time it took me to be able to get to the point where I could purchased that one, which was a cheaper wheel. It went away, however you want to say it. The quality. So I gave up ever even getting a spinning wheel, and then one day I was going through Marketplace and I ran across this spinning wheel of a used one of exactly the same spinning wheel that my husband and I were looking at the first time, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're kidding me. And I talked to the woman, and then Sylvia went basically behind my back and got me the wheel without telling me, and it was just a hot mess. How she went about surprising me with it. But I just, the emotion I have for the fact that somebody gifted me something so amazing that I've been wanting for so many years. It's like now, it's not like I feel pressure, so to speak, but it's like I feel this sense that I should have, but it's not pressure. I mean, I guess you would consider pressure maybe, but I feel like I should do I mean, I'm going to do my best anyway, but I mean that I should, no matter what, I should be like amazing at it. I need to excel at it more than anything. Put more effort in it than anything I've ever put effort into in my life. That's kind of how I feel about it in a way. And it's not because I feel like she's pressuring me at all, because I don't. She told me it was a gift. I've just never, ever gotten a gift so glorious, and that's not family or anything, just from a friend. I've never gotten a gift like this before. And well, for one, I didn't know how to react. I mean, I didn't know how to react. All I could do was cry. My ugly cry. But, so now I was sitting there and I've talked to a few people, and some of the people that were there that had wool for sale and stuff, they started out crocheting and knitting, and then it got to where it was kind of hurting their hands. So they thought, you know what, I love the fiber arts and everything, so I'm gonna try my hand at working with wool. And so they started spinning, and they started out spinning other people's, and then they thought, man, I wonder what it'd be like to buy my own fleece and card my own fleece and do this, that, and the other, and make my own blends. And so now they have their own thing, their own shtick. They have their own wools. Some people went so far as to have their own alpaca farm now, and they shear their own alpacas, and they process their own wool and all this. And then there's other people that purchase the fleeces, like this lady I met today, Joanne, who is Sarah's friend. She purchases her fleeces, and then she makes them in, she does that. Now, I can't remember if she sends them in and has them processed after she purchases the raw fleece, or she buys it already washed and everything, so all she has to do is card it and put it into Rover. I'm not sure. But I've talked to many people, and most of the people that I've talked to said that it's better, you should get washed fleeces and send it in for processing. Or not washed fleece, but get fresh fleece and send it in for processing. And this one lady told me that it's cheaper if I get a raw fleece, a fresh fleece, and then, or straight from the sheep or a llama or alpaca or whatever, and wash it myself and then send it in. And then somebody else told me to just get the fleece and send it in and have them do it all that for you and everything. But I don't know. It's like, should I just go ahead and get one that's already washed and everything and then just card it myself? I don't know. See, because I haven't got into that. Now, when I first moved to Indiana, I wanted to make my own wool and stuff. My cousin who owns sheep, she sheared up all her sheep and gave me all the wool. Well, it was still very, very nasty. Like it had doo-doo in it, and doo-doo in it, and pee-pee doo-doo in it, and hay, and whatever they ran into, it was in that fleet, all that wool, and it was just sheer, it was chunk of wool. It wasn't like nice long pieces or anything. It was just chunked up. So I don't know if maybe that was better for felting, or if it was even worth you trying for spinning. I don't even remember what kind of wool, what kind of sheep they have. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to figure that out because I didn't know. She told me like 3 or 4 times what kind of sheep they were, and I don't remember. I suck at names. I should write stuff down. So anyway, I don't know. So I have a spinning wheel, and it's an Ashford. That I do know. And Elizabeth? I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Oh, my brain does not want to work. So I have, it's a spinning wheel, and it's so pretty. And the lady who had it was selling it, she was into Gone with the Wind, so she burnt something that was said on Gone with the Wind on the wheel, and then she burnt little llamas or alpacas and little Angora rabbits on it. It's super cute. And it came with a chair, which hopefully my lard ass can sit on it. Otherwise, I'll have to get a true chair to sit on. But anyway, from what I saw, you can sit on pretty much any chair. From what I saw, I don't know about my recliner. I don't think that would work too well. But I saw this really cute Ashford. It was a traveling Ashford wheel, and I was like, oh, it's so cute. And I guess it's called a tower castle wheel, where the stuff's on the top. Yeah, anyway. So anyway, the lady that I was talking to, she had Angora rabbits, and she was selling them, and oh man, they were so cute. And my husband's like, no fox bait. But anyway, so I will tell you this, I got some Angora from her rabbits. That was from her rabbit. It's white. It's so beautiful. And she was spinning some Angora yarn when I was there, and she goes, be careful, it's slick, it'll get away from you. I said, it'll probably stay in the bag until I get good, because I don't want to waste that. And it was, I don't know how many ounces it was, but it was $28 for this bag of Angora. Oh my gosh, it's like sticking your hand in heaven's clouds, being kissed by an angel. I'm telling you what. She told me, she goes, once you spin with this, you're not going to want to spin with anything else. Well, I don't know about that, because Angora is pretty pricey. Just saying. I guess I could buy my own rabbits and raise them, but then I'd have to take care of them and do it and all that other stuff, and heck. So anyway, I got all different kinds of fiber. I got all of them were roving. I got all kinds of rovings, all different kinds, all different mix matches and straights and knots, whatever, blah blah blah. Because nobody, I tell you what, it was crazy. I was like, what is the best yarn? What is the best wool to learn to spin with? And I got every answer there is. Every answer. Alpaca's the best to learn to spin with. Merino's the best wool to spin with. This other kind's the best wool to spin with. Angora was definitely not the one to learn to spin with. She admitted that. She's like, oh, that'll get away. You need to know how to spin to do this. She goes, you don't want to muck around with this one. I'm like, okay. I said, well, I have some wool in a tote at home from my drop spindle, I'll probably play with that. But I've found a website that shows, or a YouTube channel that shows you how to start with learning your spinning wheel. So that's what I'll start doing. But that's what I want to start adding. That's what I'd like to add to my channel, is I'm going to start spinning. So what I'd like to do is start spinning and spin, and let you watch me grow into spinning and watch my frustration and see my aggravation and know my pain. I'm going to share the wealth. Because I've wanted to do this for so long, and my arthritis in my hands. I mean, I can crochet blankets, and I can crochet clothes, and I can crochet some Amy, as long as it's not too small. I don't know. I have not done a doily in so long. I don't even know if I can do thread crochet anymore, because my finger knuckles on my index fingers are so bad. Like, they're just bad. They hurt. And I don't want to lose the ability to do that stuff, because I love to do it. So it's like, if I can channel my love of crochet and making stuff, I'm hoping maybe I can, channel that into making yarn. And who knows, maybe I can come up with my own yarn. Oh, and you guys, I got a card from this one place. They had the most beautiful glittery yarn I have ever seen in my entire life. If anybody out there, if anybody out there goes to a nail salon and you get that chrome glitter that they put on your fingernails, and then before they rub it, make it chromy, how glittery it is. Okay, it's that on steroids, and it is so shimmery and so glittery, and it's just beautiful. It looks like the cosmos exploded. It's beautiful, just sparkle, like Schwarzkopf crystals, Swarovski crystals, whatever crystals, just went. That's what it looks like. Looks like somebody just pulverized Swarovski crystals, however you say it, and just peppered them all over it. It's what it looks like. It's just gorgeous. It's like, as you move, it's gorgeous. And they do birthstones. I go, do you have sapphire? And they're like, we had it, we just sold it early. I'm like, man, because I'm telling you what, I can promise you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, if I could get a hold of 2 of those hanks of that birthstone, holy banana sandwiches, I can make a beautiful wrap that would just, oh man, you could wear it anywhere. If you're going to New Year's Eve, a holiday thing, or just going out on town to go out to eat, or just, oh my gosh, the shimmer in this is amazing. But anyway, woolly knob. Sorry, off. Jamie, the one that I know, that I don't know him, but I met today, who's from Garrett, Indiana. He has a shop or a business called the Woolly Knob Fibers, and he makes roving yarns, not yarn, roving wool. He does roving wool. He does wool, processes wool, and he has all kinds of wool, merino wool, and all kinds of stuff. And he's really fair on his prices. He had 4-ounce balls, think it was 4-ounce balls. 4-ounce balls for $10. And there's all different kinds. And I bought one of the ones that he had. I bought more than one, but one of them that I bought was from his actual sheep that he has in his farm. And the others were from fleeces. But then now all I got to do is figure out who to buy fleece from and how to know who to go to. So I don't, if and when I ever get to the point where I'm going to make my own roving, that, process my own wool. And I don't think I'm ever going to get so big that I want a mill, because Jamie has a mill. He's got it on lock. He's got a great big drum. Oh my gosh, this drum is ginormous. It's on steroids, this thing. I want to be able to do enough where I have one of those crank drums. And I saw one today. It was brand new. It was almost $800. Okay, I need to be really good at this before I can accept myself to spend that kind of money on a carder. I have brushes. I have carding brushes that Crochet Delight she gifted me, and I'll use those to start out with, because but once I get good, then I can get a drum and I can start. I get one of them rake things and put colors with it, drum it out, and then hook it on wraith, and then pull, and make roving that way. I think that's how that works, right? I watched a few videos. I know some stuff. I just can't. I don't know the terminologies and stuff, so it sounds like a kookaburra. I don't know. I'm just so excited. I'm so stoked. I want to do well with this. I want to really do well with this. Like, I really, really want to do something like this, because it just seems so relaxing and so like, like I know I can't travel with the wheel I have. That one I will not be able to travel. But if I get good enough at it, then I can condone purchasing a travel wheel. So whenever I go to my mom and dad's, or I go to Pennsylvania to see Randy's family, or if I go down to Florida to see Randy's family, or we travel to Idaho, or wherever, to see family, I can take my travel wheel with me and spin yarn and make spin out make a whole thing of yarn for my daughter-in-law. And she'll have her own homemade wool yarn from her mother-in-law. Stuff like that, It's like, that makes me excited and really want to do this. To be able to, start honing that craft and then possibly even making up my own brand of yarn. My own stuff that I make. And it would be handmade by me. And just do that, and this is all I have. It's my once in a lifetimes or something, not, I guess I don't know nothing about coloring yarn or anything like that. So, I either buy it raw, not colored, or get it already colored, or something like that. Or if I do decide to color it, maybe I have to pay attention to what colors I have. I don't know how any of that works. I seen a lady the other day that she said that all her stuff that they sell is one kettle color, and then everything in the bag, in my opinion, was way overpriced, but that's my opinion. But there was all the skeins of yarn that were in the bag were in the one kettle, and she does it in layers. Like, she puts in dye and puts the wool in, puts dye in, puts wool in, or wool and then dye, wool and then dye, and it's all in one pot. So it blends together. They blend together. They do. Like, if it starts with a deep blue and ends with a yellow, it's blue, bluish yellow, blue, and then yellow. And it's super cool. I mean, it's super cool. But it's like, she didn't spin the wool. Like, she didn't make the yarn. She bought the yarn and then dyed it. That's it. She just dyed it. So, there's that. But I don't know. I know I'm talking forever. I'm 30 minutes in. That's because I won't be home till 9. Let's see, it's 9:19 right now, and it says I should reach home at about 9:43. And I got 2.6 miles before my exit. Oh, but anyway, I don't know. I'm just, oh my gosh, to be there and be around all that and meet all those people, and oh my gosh, so amazing. And there's just, but it's, it's really funny. It's like in Idaho, the people the spinners and stuff that I met there, they're so country. Like, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way at all, but okay, there's city folks and there's country folks, okay? And country folks are different. They just are. You have the country folk, and they're not backwoods or nothing like that. They're not what they call hillbilly or redneck or whatever you want. Not that. I'm talking about country folks. Farmer community. Like your Amish or your Mennonite or you're just a farming community. Those are country folk, and they're just earthy people. They're just earth. They're just down to earth. They don't have there's nothing about them. So in Idaho, you run into a multitude of those type of people. They're very earth people. They're just farmer community people. But around here, you get some of that, and you also get more town folk, city folk type people. And, and so and they're different levels. Like your city people are more, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. I don't want to say, I don't want to say this wrong and then offend somebody, so please don't take offense to this. But they're more like, they're more high strung, they're more stiff. The city people are, because it seems like they're always like in a hurry because of traffic, and because you're in a city, so everything's go, today, instant gratification, job. But then you have town folks who are a little bit more laid back. They want to get where they're going to go, but they're not like quite in a hurry, but they want to be there. They want to make sure they're there when they need to be. And they're a little bit more no nonsense, but not as hardcore as the city people. City people, a lot of city people are like, no nonsense. I am not screwing around, But then your town folk people are a little bit more laid back. Then you have your country people, and they are on a whole nother timeline, man. They are like, gonna get there. If you've ever driven around out in the country and you get behind a tractor, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like that. They're just going where they gotta go, and everything's good, and it's nice, and it's wonderful. And people in the country a little bit more laid back. As far as they're not a high intensity. So when I go whenever I went around people that did fiber works, and I've never been to a fiber festival, but whenever I went up to the park, whenever they've had the crafters thing, whatever, and there's different kind of crafting people there, quilters and spinners and all this stuff, they're just all, hey, hi, how you doing, blah, 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 real country, real, hey, and then every once in a while you get some people from Boise there, and they're more, hi, like, oh, welcome to my booth, like, they're gracing me with their presence, kind of thing. Whereas when I go into the country people's booths, they're just like, oh, kind of like, come on in and have some coffee, like, we're gonna have dinner here in a few minutes, grab a plate kind of thing. Where the other people's like, oh, well, you're just lucky I'm here kind of feel. You just get a vibe. Well, this Fiber Festival was at, I didn't meet anybody that made me feel like that. So you know, like they were city-ish. There was one person there. I cannot remember anything about what booth they were or anything, because I seen so many things. But this one lady, she just was like, she acted like she had the best there was and there is no other kind. And then my friend Sarah and I were discussing Swifts, because I really need a Swift, and I was trying to decide what kind I want. Do I want an umbrella Swift? Do I want an Amish Swift or whatever? Well, they had Amish Swifts there, and they had some made out of walnut. Oh my Lanta, gorgeous! They were $60, and then they had an oak one that was $55. Now, if I was going to spend that kind of money on a Swift, which I'm not, sorry, even though they were handmade, gorgeous work, amazing work, highly well done, but I'm not spending that kind of money on a Swift. I'm definitely wanting an Amish Swift, because after looking at them, I don't want an umbrella Swift. No. No. I like the Amish one. I can adjust it easier with the pegs. You just move the pegs, and it just seems a little bit more sturdy to me. But anyway, her and I were discussing it, and she was talking about how I should just go ahead and get one off of Amazon. And we were talking to, well, she said that earlier she was talking, her and I got separated because I was talking to Jamie from Woolly Knob. I was talking to him, and her friend Joanne went ahead, and she had said something about purchasing something through Walmart, or not Walmart, but Amazon. And some lady that was there, a vendor, she's like, oh no, you should buy local, support local. You need to support local. That's not right doing that. It's like, that, okay, no, and no. I mean, because I understand, I'm all for supporting local. I am that. I totally agree. Support your local. When at all possible, support local. If you got to go to the hardware, go to your neighborhood hardware. Don't go to Ace. Don't go to Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. Go to your local mom and pop hardware if you have one. Do that if you can. But I'm sorry, if you have $10 to your name and you want something, and you go to Lowe's and they have it for $5 and something, or you can go to the mom and pop place and it's $12 for the same part, you're gonna go to Lowe's. And I know that sounds awful, but if all you have is $10, you have to use what you got. So my situation is this: though I totally support local stuff, in this case, they aren't local to me when this person that's selling an item is not even from the state. If they were in Indiana, I wouldn't have batted it. I would have just went ahead and bought it. Because it was handmade, and it was very nice, and it had a bag, and it just looked good, and it was gorgeous. But they weren't. I think they were from like Alabama or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, they weren't from around here. So it's like, I can't justify spending that kind of money on a Swift. I'd rather buy one off Amazon. Because first of all, I just want to use it first. I need to know how it's going to act for me. I need to know how to use it. I need to know, I got to get used to all this stuff. So, I'm not mucking around with it. No monkeying around. Phew! Smells out here. You know what it it's because I'm in Plainsville. Plainsville? Where am I at? I am in, what town am I in? Somewhere around it'll tell me. I'm pretty sure. I never can remember to look. I never remember to look. Anyway, what I'm smelling is oil. The oil rigs are pumping. Yep, they're pumping. And that's what I smell. They stink. But I suppose if they were mine, if they was mine, I would say, boy, that smells like money. Boy, how day it smells like money. Anyway, but don't accost somebody because they said, well, I'm going to buy it on Amazon. But it's like, but I'm not saying that's, I don't know what kind of people they were. I have no idea. She just said it was a vendor that got offended, basically. But it's like, so we're just like hush, hush, going in the bathroom and Googling stuff. And because, and this one friend of hers she ran into was like, I'm looking for drop spindles. I want to do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I'd have known you were going to be here, I'd have brought mine and just given them to you. Because screw those. I don't want drop spindles no more. No. I tried to see how somebody used one, and I'm looking at that like, are you out of your mind? How in the heck? Parking it, spinning it, doing this. What? No. I learned how to sew on a treadle machine. Not treadle, I guess it's where you do the. Well, that's what my spinning wheel does. So I think I might just take to it like a duck to water. Fingers crossed. That's what I'm hoping for. That I'll take to it like a duck to water. Because that'll be great. Oh, that reminds me. I have to go to McDonald's. Pick up Randy a couple filet o fishes. Filet o fish. Oh my gosh. Off topic. So we got all our yard fenced. And Pika's been having a blast. He chases butterflies. It's hilarious. Well, anyway, in the corners of each corner of our fenced-in yard, we put a half a whiskey barrel. The plastic ones or resin, whatever you call them, from Lowe's. Anyway, we got the big ones. We put one of them, and we are going to plant hostas in those. It's gonna look so amazing. So Randy goes, what about hostas? I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Because they do get flowers, and they are pretty, and they are very pretty. And they're very hardy, and they're easy to keep. Just amazing. So I'm going to get that. And then I want to figure out where, how, and when and how. Because we're going to, in the middle of their yard, we're going to put in a big fire pit. So that we can get, I want to get cast seating or get concrete seating and put around the fire pit so that people can sit around the fire pit. And I want to have like on either side of the like have like a little bench and then a table, bench, table, and then have a little opening so you go in and out of it, so you can bring logs in or in and out of it, so you can go and sit down. But that's what I want to do. Yeah, that's what I want to do, because that way people can come out there and sit. And I think I'm blurry because the lighting is getting bad, because it is now 9:30 and the sun is about down. So I'll be getting off here pretty soon anyway. But yeah, we're gonna put a fire pit in, and then what else? And then I want to put in peonies, however you say them. I want to plant some of those. And I don't know how I want to plant those. I don't know if I want to plant them all along my fence row, or if I want to, because I don't think I want to plant them all along my fence row. That's like, no. But, or maybe, I don't know. I got to figure something out, because I want peonies. I want to have some peonies. So maybe if I put a row of them in front of my whiskey barrel hostas, because we're putting the hostas up on a little corner stand in the corner of the fence. So we're gonna have a triangle stand up a little bit. So maybe if I put peonies in front of it, like 3 peony bushes in front of each hosta, because the hostas will be up in the air, and they'll look over top of the peonies. Those pretty flowers that smell nice. And then I want to plant honeyhawks, or AKA shithouse flowers. Outhouse flowers. My grandma used to call them shithouse flowers. Oh yeah, I'm blurry as the day is long. Hey. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here, because I look like I just went through I'm one of the wax figures at Madame Trudeau's wax museum, and I'm melting. I'm melting. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here, and I will update you later, folks, about my fiber festival fun. My first fiber festival. The fun at the first fiber festival. My first ever fiber festival. So, look at the babies. Baby calves. Anyway, so I'm going to talk to you guys later. So you guys take care. God bless. And be kind to one another. And look for my next video. Love you guys.